Welcome to Divine Honey Podcast. I am your host, your friend Tamika Johnson.
And I'm your co-host, Lil Bro. TJ, what's the word?
If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. This show is about human experiences. This includes thought provoking conversations and our Divine Honey guest sharing stories about love, life, journey, and purpose. If you're watching live or on the replay and you feel inspired, show some love in the chat. This is your inspirational podcast.
Yeah.
Brother, how old? I'm about to say, how old are you? How are you?
Shit, I'm 35. Old enough to run for president, but I'm doing well. You know, kicking. I took a nice 3 hour nap today.
Oh, you was
But
tired, bud.
I've been doing that. That Heart 75 is wearing me out, bruh.
Mm.
I was laying in
So,
that bed and just next thing I know, I woke up. It's 1:15. You know how kind of you just go off and off on the snooze, where you're
yeah.
like in and out of the sleep. And then when I like finally like woke up, it was like 107. I was like, oh, we was really
Oh,
sleeping here.
wow. Okay. So, how
How
is
you?
the 75-day hard treating you overall? Like, what have you noticed about it? What has
Oh,
been your struggles and what has been your successes?
the struggles, man. It's just them two workouts a day. Cause you already, you know what I'm saying, you got your work day, then for me, being a husband and a father, then I gotta go to work, then I gotta give them time, and then I gotta go work out again. And then, you know what I'm saying, it's just a lot of give and take. Bree's been a good partner in helping me do it though. So she knows when I gotta go do it. She's all good. So that's been cool. Food's been going all right.
Mm-hmm.
People already say my face is looking slimmer.
I
Um,
guess. I don't
my
know.
stomach starting to. I got about 3.5 abs.
Okay, because you was getting that little dad bod a little bit.
Don't. If we go roast, don't
Go
come
down that
ready. You
road.
ain't,
I was kidding. I was kidding.
if
Let's
you not
not.
ready for the smoke, don't go ahead and light
I'm
that
not.
thing
Don't,
up.
just
If you ain't
kidding.
ready, baby. Uh, no, but yeah, I was starting to get a little kangaroo pouch, I call it. But yeah, man, it's getting easier getting that gallon of water in. I gotta, but yeah, readings. I got like three different books I'm reading. I don't know if that's a thing, but I
Name
lose
them.
interest. I've been losing interest in books. It's crazy. So I've been doing super communicators. You want me to tell you the authors?
Yes, please.
All right, hold on one sec. So super communicators, and that book is just all about all the different forms of communication. I think sometimes we overthink communication because first and foremost we don't listen. The most important part about communication is your ability to listen to what somebody else is saying and
Mm-hmm.
being a willing listener. Um, also, actually, really been four books. The Rage of Innocence is by so Super Communicators is by Charles Duhigg. The Rage of Innocence, it's about racial disparities in the juvenile justice system and about like really black youth don't get the same opportunities as white youth to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of stats, and obviously we know we had like a lot of deaths. Trayvon Martin, Tamir Wright, you know what I'm saying? There's been like a lot of deaths. Buddy out in St. Louis. I shouldn't even say Buddy in St. Louis. Mike, rest in peace. I think his name. Oh man, I can't remember his name. Ahmaud Arbery. George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's been a lot of deaths. We know those. But it's a great read. And then this one, The Conversation by Robert Livingston. It's about how do you have the conversation about racism, which has been really cool to listen to because first off, in the United States, we think everything's a joke when it comes to racism.
Right.
And even as our community, we don't take race. I mean, I shouldn't generalize our whole community. There are people in our community that take it serious, but then there's also people that don't take it as serious. And then when you're tasked with having or managing or facilitating or mediating a conversation around racism, people get defensive because those are natural abilities, or they don't believe. So,
Right.
like the way that he dresses the book up, it's super dope because first he talks through like identity, like who you are as a person, and then he keeps it like super macro first. So like it's everything is high level. How many, and these are, he's doing these conversations with white folks. So how many black, we'll just go black, not even men or women, how many black CEOs are of these Fortune 500 companies in the United States of America? And folks are like 100, 150. There's three. Three, bruh. Yeah, so like when you think of racism, we don't think about, because everybody says systemic racism, structural racism, like there's evidence of all of this stuff in existence, but a lot of
Mhm.
times we're not able to get to those things because our walls are up so tight and defensive that we can't actually get to the conversation to spread awareness around it so that people can be aware of what are your hiring practices. I think there was another statement that he made, a statistic that he showed. So it was like, so it's white and black folks, and they're both equally prepared, equally accepted, or what have you, right? They're both equally experienced. Nobody's better than the other, both the same. And then you
Mhm.
got the white and the black felon. So he says, who do you think out of all those four categories, who is like the number one callback?
The callback for a job?
Yeah, callback for a job. Yep.
Oh, the white felon.
No, it's like the white person that is like the regular white person is the first
Oh,
callback.
okay. Sorry.
And then
Yes.
the
Oh,
second callback, who do you think is the highest second callback?
the white felon.
Yes. And these things are like real life examples of
Yeah.
like, and it's not so much that it is like you're a racist individual by any means, but because we're not doing the work of awareness of some of these thoughts and ideologies and that we hold,
Mhm.
because we all have them. We all have
Right.
them. We all have stereotype threat. We all make presumptions. We all do these things. But if we don't retrain our brains to think differently about how we view people, then we continue to perpetuate the cycle. And then the other book I'm reading is Ideas. It's like IDA, Ideas. Oh damn, what's the title? Ideas, arrangements, some. But that one's just about like uh how we view things, right? So why is, when we go to school, why is it set up in a way that the teacher's in the front of the class and the classroom is set up and everybody's in desks and rows and all of those things?
Mhm.
Like, how can we look of how we're doing our teaching, where it's like the teacher can be somewhere else, the the desks don't have to be in rows, they can be in a circle. Like, why are we doing it this way? So it just helps you reframe your thinking of like asking why we're doing something and why we haven't changed from doing it that way, which has been super cool.
Okay. Well, afterwards, I'll get the title and author of that book. I'll put them in the chat later. Whoever wants to check them out.
And then in that racism book, though, another thing that's super crazy. Um, damn, I just lost the thought. He was talking, so he was out in like Appalachia, and you know where Appalachia is. I think we talked about Appalachia before, right?
Yes, and
Where
there's like
like,
there's a documentary.
yeah, there's like the poor working class of
Mhm.
um, white folks, Caucasian folks, where it's like, oh, what is the term? I wrote it down. Hold on one sec. And I never even heard this term before, but it's real because depending on your purview, right, of depending on your purview of where you're at, you make these thoughts and assumptions of how you view black folks, and not in the sense of like racism or hierarchy, but that they're like rich or they're better off than I am, based off of like seeing five rich black folks. So then you make that generalization across the whole black community that
Mhm.
everybody's like that. So once you're like able to break some of those things down and get to like the nitty gritty and actually have the conversation, because a lot of this stuff is going to be changed through policy. It's going to be changed through conversation that then impacts policy. So how do we get to that space? So I got to do a presentation in May about racism in the juvenile justice system. So I've been trying to just learn as much about how to like have true dialogue, because I only get them for one time. It's probably only going to be for 45 minutes. So how can I have that 45 minutes be as reflective as possible
Mhm.
so that we can actually have people participating in the conversation because talking about race can be challenging depending on where you're sitting at.
Well, I know you
How's
can
everything
do it,
on
brother.
your end?
You know, everything's, I'm going to start with everything's good on the challenge. Um, I've been doing, my 2 a days, but there were some days that with work, just learning how that works. Because some days I work very, very long hours. There's these set pockets where I work very, very long hours and adjusting to how that's going to work. But for the most part, though, overall, I think I missed one workout when I thought I was going to go to the upper room, and then another, so two workouts total. I missed days within these 3 weeks, and that was like a work conflict. But otherwise, I've been consistent. The water, I've been doing good. Sometimes I might miss my goal by a bottle.
Mm,
So I've been tracking it.
yeah,
I have a tracker. This is a tracker I got from Etsy, and just seeing. And then when I do have issues, um, when I do have issues, I journal about it.
yeah,
So I just been doing a lot of journaling, a lot of reading. Um, One of my personal goals was what's my personal goals were, one was like refraining from so much social media because I was out of hand and I didn't realize it, and it was taking away from things I needed to be doing. Kind of an avoidance.
yeah.
I was doom scrolling. So got that down. I'm not totally off. My goal, I wanted to be totally off, but I post for this and I still go on YouTube for my workouts. And if I can't make it to church, watching on church. But the whole YouTube debate or YouTube TikTok thing, I did get on yesterday. I was scrolling and I was saving all my stuff, all for it to be back up. But we'll get to that topic. That's on there to talk about. But still getting a handle and doing this thing. This journey. I'm doing it imperfectly, but I've lost some pounds. I'm
You can
feeling
feel it,
better.
huh?
But the food is on point. I'm doing great with the food. I've been on the up and up. The workout, I still say I'm on the up and up. Just when I thought I was gonna go to the upper room and figuring that out, but I'm getting better sleep and just feeding my soul with good information. Another thing, when you're doing like challenges, it does different things for different people. Like, you're working on like really opening up to educating yourself even more, though you do it all the time, but there's probably a more focus, a more emphasis, because reading, yep, my reading and meditation and prayer, all that is, and journaling is on point as well, because
Yeah,
that's what starts my day. But in doing that thing, it has brought up some things for me on a spiritual level. I, just to speak on it on a high level, basically kind of, remember I discussed Shay used truth, trust, and honesty.
yeah,
Well, God's been showing me some truth, trust, and honesty, and things that I've pushed down. Maybe I've acknowledged it on a level.
yeah.
And there's some things that I felt I did take accountability for, but truth, trust, and honesty show me that I didn't take enough. And I
Sure.
really needed to dig down and really acknowledge the thing and call the thing a thing, and what my part is in those things. And they're hurtful. It's a lot physically on you and
Right,
mentally, but it's a good thing. It's a
right.
purging. So to put it long story short, I am going through a purging, and it is a lot, but it's a good thing.
I
And
mean, I
so,
go ahead.
instead of doing all these coping mechanisms, which don't even work and you don't even want to do anymore because that's not who you know you are maybe anymore, um, leaning into it, actually
Yeah,
just feeling it, being still. That's why I've been doing the grounding, been walking, making my walks longer, being out in nature, talking to God, having introspective conversations with God, just in
Mm-hmm.
here, just talking. And then as you're talking, you're like realizing things. You're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, it's a
so,
beautiful thing.
so the 75-day challenge has gotten me physically, mentally, and really on a spiritual level. And that's what I wanted. But that is hard and uncomfortable. Like I'm not
Hmm.
pushing anything away. And I'm doing it while in this really healthy space.
That's what I was gonna say when I didn't mean to cut you off. That's what I was gonna say about that was you're in the season to do that right now.
Hmm.
God doesn't give you stuff that you can't handle, and right now you're able to handle it. So
Yeah.
it's coming to your full frontal.
Yeah, it feels like shit though. Something the pastor said today. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
And you just gotta
absolutely.
take it. You gotta be still. You gotta just say, God, I
But
surrender.
that's how you come out better on the other end, though.
But the pastor said today at church, you're forgiven, right? Because there's
Hmm.
things that I just don't forgive myself for and that I feel terrible about. And there's just nothing, the past is the past, nothing you can do about it, right? But
Hmm.
move forward and be better. But he was saying you're forgiven, but you still don't feel free.
Mm. Yeah, you still got the chains on.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
keeping the chain on,
Yeah, you. That's you. That's your own internal purgatory. You got to do that. Yeah, you got to let that go.
you know, and then learning in some ways where, you might look at something, a situation, and you feel like maybe you were victimized and learning like, oh, girl, you was the villain too. You was a villain.
Yep.
No.
No,
Worry about yourself and what you need to do to be a better person for
come on.
yourself.
Straight facts. Straight facts.
You know, we talk about like how people have hurt us. We've hurt people.
Hey, they say you're a villain in somebody's story. You know what I'm
I say
saying?
that all the time. There
That's
is somebody
fact.
that hates my guts out
Come
there.
on. That's a fact.
Like,
That is a straight fact.
so that's so a little bit of solitude, just be tapping into my creative bag and just taking care of myself and just going through this season.
Yeah, you're gonna come out. You're gonna come out great.
Tim, I hope this is it. I feel like I've been fighting for my life for like 10 years.
Yeah, I just hope that you keep with it though. Like I get that we're doing a challenge. Like you're in a space where you're able to do like could naturally do 2 workouts a day and not even view it as like such because if
Yeah.
you create the routine for it because you could get your workout in the morning and then
Yes.
because Arizona is nice you could always go on a nightly walk.
That's what I've been doing. I
You know what
took
I'm
your
saying?
advice,
Like
brother.
the walk is like here in Iowa, it sucks because like I'm supposed to be doing my workout outside. I ain't doing that shit. What? I've gone outside twice to do the second workout. It's too cold. It's too cold. I'm not gonna be uncomfortable for this workout. I'm still getting the steps and everything in, and my body's still changing.
Yeah, you gotta
But
do
you
what
have the opportunity where you're able to, even if it's just 2 walks a day, two long walks a day, like you're able to get your 10,000 steps in every day, no problem.
brother, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, you can do that.
It's just the only challenge is with the work thing at a certain period when I have to do a certain thing that's a long stretch
Yeah,
where I really can't leave my situation.
yeah.
But we're going, you come up with different things. So anything that's a challenge for me, I journal about it
Oh, that's
and
good.
ways I can improve on it or
Mm.
what went wrong, what was my mindset.
Yep.
So as they say, healing and growth is a journey. You go through, levels of it. So I've had different, and I'm sure there's been levels where you had to do this here, then you have to go to the next level. And then when you think you're done, or not done, you're never done. When you think God said, psych,
Psycheroni.
psych already. But otherwise, I would say I'm like I said, leaning into the experience and actually just thanking God for it, even though I don't feel the greatest all the time. That's
Yeah,
okay.
and that's okay. 100%. You still got your team of people you can call on. Um, you got all that. So just use your village, or what y'all call it, the neighborhood. What y'all call it?
Tribe.
The tribe. Yep. Use your tribe,
And I have
and
a village. I
and
have
you got
all
a
the
you got everything. So just
I
continue to
yeah.
lean on that and do that self work.
Look, Mo said I'm so dramatic. She's talking about when I was saying I was gonna go to the upper room.
Yeah,
I That's
facts.
what I thought. That's what I
Had a
thought.
little gas. Just a little gas
Hello.
yourself.
Hello, yes. Okay, so let's swing it back around to the recap of love, growth, and connection, navigating marriage, dating, personal and spiritual transformation with Will. How do you
Mr.
feel? What's your
Love.
feedback on that?
You said what?
What's your feedback on that? Like, I thought it was a great episode. Great episode.
Yeah, it was straight, man. Will came on, did his thing, talked how he talks. You know what I'm saying? He can talk that talk. He's a very intellectual, intelligent man, and he did a good job.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I actually did a poll based off of, I want to give you the results because
Oh, give me the number.
I posted the poll on Spotify and I want to share what the results were. So based off that conversation, this is a question I posed. It says, which aspect of personal growth inspires you the most? So these are the options. A is marriage and dating.
Mm-hmm.
B is spiritual transformation.
Mm-hmm.
C is family.
Mm-hmm.
D is living with a purpose.
Mm.
What do you think was highest ranked?
For personal growth,
Yeah.
I would say it's either D or A with the marriage and family, or your purpose.
Okay. So actually, marriage in zero out of 7 votes. This is 7 votes.
Man, that ain't even no real.
So, but this is what it is.
All right, all right.
I can, I can't control the voting.
Hey, we need y'all to stop playing with us. Yeah, come on. I know y'all
Cool.
listen to all them other podcasts. Come on now, give us a listen, brother. Come on, sisters.
So marriage and dating was 0%.
0
Spiritual dating was 57. I mean, spiritual transformation was 57%.
for personal growth.
Yeah. Family was 14%. And living with purpose was 29%.
Hmm. I can understand the spiritual side of it for sure. Creating that relationship with whomever you believe is your higher power. That's
Hmm.
huge. You always put in that first. That's very huge.
Yeah. That's what I chose. I chose spiritual transformation. What would you have picked out of that?
I would have did purpose.
Yeah. Let's see what we got in here. Mo said D with a purpose is what I was selected.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, just to get her said I couldn't vote on IG, but I voted marriage. Okay, here's the thing. I'm having issues with IG with posting stories. So the reason why you probably couldn't vote on IG because it was a screenshot. So I was hoping that people would like message it, but maybe I need to like say that. Message me when I can, or have Timmy post the poll.
Bro,
I don't know.
you need
We
to
both
go
need
ahead.
to post the poll so we can get good results.
That's facts. You need to go ahead and plug your phone into your computer, transport all your pictures and everything to open your storage up. I think your storage is the reason why it's happening.
She said
You
not
got
a
to.
I said not a screenshot. The ghetto. Hey, this is the thing, and anything you do, you gotta keep going. Like if something don't work, nothing's perfection. You gotta makeshift it. Like I'm so
I guess.
Y'all better, look at just a Kia Hart said,
Oh yeah, you do need an
oh,
iPhone.
you need you need an iPhone. Oh, well, but
Come
yeah,
on.
but that was the results for on Will's episode. But I like really appreciated him coming on. He has a lot of knowledge and
Yeah, he's a very intellectual young man.
yes, so I would love to have him um back on. And a lot of his growth was came from a spiritual transformation.
Yeah,
So
my man's been through it and can talk to it. You can always make it out on the other side, and he works daily to be better. So,
it's ongoing. For some people, it's work. Life
hmm
is work,
yeah,
like on a mental level. And I'm one of those people. It's a lot of work. I said, God, why did you put this on me?
because he gives it to his strongest soldiers.
I'm nah, I'm cool. I'm like, God, why why you why? Like, I'm the person that gotta like pray for protection
Yeah,
mentally, spiritually. Like,
well,
I've been through some spiritual warfare for sure. So, but I keep on keeping on. Okay. So the big thing last night, ooh, we was all well, everybody was all riled up having TikTok funerals.
yeah, they was mad. There's been a couple of funny videos I was gonna post, but I felt like that was insensitive, so I kept them to myself and just laughed.
Now I went on, I saw the first message saying that, it was gonna shut down on the 19th. And then I saw some guys saying, oh, they're gonna cut this off at like 8:30 Eastern time. So I went on and just saved all my videos. I don't have a lot of space. I had to like go in and delete stuff. I
That's what
was
I'm
fighting.
saying. Why don't you just plug your phone into your computer and remove it off your phone?
I got to because I have no space. I was fighting for my life, saving my videos, and then I made a goodbye video. That's so dramatic. I'm like, oh, you guys, I'm gonna miss you guys. So I like I have a whole lot of followers, but who cares? I feel like I was a part of a movement. Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys.
Yeah, I deleted it with no problems at all. But truly though, like just on the other side, Bree uses it. She's just starting to take off, get her rhythm with it. You know what I'm saying? That's income for the house. You dig what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
gives her confidence to continue to do her stuff about women's health, sell her products so we can get some bread and she can get her stuff off too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying
yeah,
to be retired. I'm trying to have my wife retire me. You dig? So support us. You feel me? We back live. Landon's on there making great bread. Landon's doing his thing on there too. You know what I'm saying? I
nice.
think that's been a positive outlook for him. So that's why, like on the Monique, I on the posted and laugh. Like that's why it's like what I'm saying the family's using it, making sure that they straight with it. You dig? And there's a lot of people that their livelihoods on there where they're able to just post it from their crib and make money. We trying to get that over in the Johnson and Peppers household where Bree making 15,000 a month off selling TikTok. You dig?
Right?
We need it. So if y'all see her on there, repost her stuff, like, share, comment. You feel me? You
Yeah.
see Peasy on there, LPZ on there, like, share, repost, whatever. We need it. I mean, he keeps his money because he's a young man, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. It's still for the house. You dig? So shout out to the workers out there.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was back on. Oh, a friend had Monique had to call me. She was like, "How you feeling? Are you happy?" I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I went to church. It was cool. I was up here talking about church. And she said something about your community's back. I'm like, I thought she talking about friends and stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay. Look, I made a whole speech about community and I didn't even know who she was talking about. I ain't shit.
Yeah, I might bring it back. We'll see. I was getting
Well,
like I was starting to get like some real good prayers off there. They had, like every morning there's like a prayer for the morning. That's
Yeah.
been pretty dope. So
Yeah. I think you should go back so you can repost Brie. And you can repost me, Tim.
I
I'm
do
repost
repost yours,
our
don't I?
stuff.
I repost yours, don't I?
Yeah, sometimes. Brie probably reposts more than you.
Because that's my wife.
No, Brie reposts my stuff more than you.
Oh, she's nicer than me.
Yeah, I mean you ain't.
No,
That's fine.
I'm gonna download it right now and I'm gonna get you right. I'll do better by that with the repost. I repost all of our things when we do the
It's IG.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about IG.
Hey, hold on. This ain't even the same TikTok no more on the App Store.
What does it look like?
It's all like TikTok saver video download, save TikTok.
Well, you shouldn't have deleted it.
Yeah, I might be out of the game, bro. Yeah, that might be it for your boy because I just searched it. It ain't even popping up as something I can.
Well, give it a day. It
That's
just came
God. He said you don't need it, brother.
back. Monique said, "Bree, go make a post on sibling conflict." So I, so I got a question for you as we move to the next topic,
What's up?
inauguration. Because are you watching that?
Of course, that's
Okay,
still the president.
I don't care. I'm not watching it.
That's still that's still the commander in chief, regardless of how you feel. And honestly, bro, like straight up, you can't even be mad at him because it feels as though there are
Mhm.
certain things as far as like health and food and stuff that we ingest in our body that Robert Kennedy is about. You dig what I'm saying? Not sure if that will ever go through in 4 years, but
Yeah.
most definitely would support it, right? But at the same day, yeah, it is MLK's birthday, tacos, yeah.
What did she say? Well, we got a comment. She said it's Black People's Day tomorrow. They couldn't pick Taco Tuesday for this. They could have.
No, that's real though. That's real.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh,
Yeah, on
MLK.
MLK, yeah, it's wild. Um, but I think it also like brings in an opportunity for folks to like grow closer together because there's a lot of things that need to be talked about.
Oh,
Like
for sure.
why did and the way that Donald Trump ran his campaign, he did it for a reason to get those white folks and black folks and Hispanic folks that feel as though they're less than and he gave them like a platform. So like why do we feel that we're less than first off? And why do you think that he's the one that like can do that for you? I think those are like deeper conversations that you have at another time, but like there's other things out there that can help you feel as though like you can be all that you can be, but there's something inside of you that there's an insecurity. And they I think I had saw something like this run was like the run when Obama came in 2008 in
Mm-hmm.
the way that he was able to grab the masses and have them like fall in love with it. His media strategy, um, his campaign strategy, everything was to the T because he won the electoral college and the popular vote by a land. Like he blew Kamala out, and obviously she only ran off something for like 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
but it still was a blowout. There was nobody from the Democratic Party that was going to be able to touch this man. It just wasn't going to happen. And he won the youth vote, like all of the youth. So yeah, it was a lot. So that's what I'm saying. Like we got to get back to like free thinking. We got to get back to doing your own research for what you need. And then we
Mm-hmm.
also need to be in a place of grace and non-judgmental.
Okay. What made you come to all of this?
This is where I'm at right now. I'm in a higher intellectual space. You dig what I'm saying? State
Yeah,
government. I got my state government brain.
I hear you. I mean, I'm still not watching, but I'm not intellectual. I'm
You
not
are
on my
intellectual.
no, I'm playing, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna watch. Um, Basically, if there's gonna be change, I need to see it.
But you can also be a part of the change to create
Oh, of
some kind of
course,
momentum for it. You know what I'm saying?
of, of course. I mean, me watching that isn't going to create any change, and it
Facts.
starts
That's
right
real
here.
talk. Hey,
It's
read
not.
that quote that Mo just put in there. That's facts.
You can read it, Tim.
Lyndon B. Johnson stated, he straight up said it, straight up, because I literally just heard this.
Hmm.
If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice that you're picking his pocket. That is facts.
Exactly.
He says that in the book that I'm
So
the conversation book. Like it's real. Like that junk is real because we don't go deep enough in our thought to figure out what is actually happening. Are we being manipulated just for a vote? Because we know these people. We
right,
don't know these people from Sam. We
right.
don't know Mary. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, how are we taking the time to figure out how is this going to be of benefit to me versus just riding the wave?
And then also, people, we have to look and really see what's going on in our own communities.
Yes.
What's going on that's affecting me, my neighbor, my school system, looking at our supermarket, looking at our health system. We have to look in our own backyard, and we don't do that.
Yeah. You talking about at the local state government level? That's fact.
Yes,
Because
yes,
a lot of folks like I know in Iowa, Arizona, you guys are pretty strict on juvenile justice laws too. They're starting to change them a little bit, but you guys are really strict on juvenile justice laws in Arizona. But people get mad about like the attorney general at the state level, your governor at the state level, your representative. Well, did y'all do any research about them?
right.
Did y'all just go to the polls and just vote for a name that you just recognize, but you don't know nothing about them? That's why these things continue to happen. But
I'm just tired. And so, yeah, I'm just tired of just not seeing change. And I know we have to care about ourselves and our personal needs, but I really think you have to care about other people too.
you should. We're selfish, man. We're
Like,
imperfect, selfish people.
that is true. That is true.
Uh, Mo said another
That's
thing. It's
the
history. Ignorance will always win. That's how people being silenced for centuries keeps occurring. People are lazy. Zero research.
thing.
Fact.
Zero.
I wonder, like in another time, maybe we start to do like hosting sessions to just talk about more politics and things like that, just to provide a little bit of some science or a little literature research of something. I
I
think
like
that could be
that.
kind of dope.
That'd be super dope. Mo, would you be up to pop in on that conversation? Let me know. I think you would be a good addition to that. So she said, "Yep. Okay, yes. Thank you." And those are the type of episodes where we have to be prepared. You can't. Well, I'm a preparer. I have to. Yeah, she researches every candidate. I do know she does because you already know I research every candidate. She does name by name.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, because
You're
like
supposed to do. Yes.
you got to know what you got to know what you're voting for.
Right.
Like I think there was I might have this could be wrong, so let me give the disclaimer. There was what like in December, I think I heard it on the radio, or it's like there was a statistic that was taken. I have no idea why this was taken, but it was like, is there any opportunity to retake my vote back? for who I voted for. And like, it's crazy that we get to that way because you have to put in the work. You got 4 years to put in the
Yeah,
work for what you want to see in your next president. But yeah, we sit back and we ride the wave of what's hot, what's
right.
buzzword, what's this and what's that, right? And if the oh, that's what I was going to say. Like, so in that book, and this is crazy though. This is very crazy. So in that book, it talks about liberals versus Republican Democrats versus Republicans, right? They
Hmm.
say liberal parties and the Democratic parties dumb down their speeches when they go talk to black and brown folks. Republican candidates give the same speech regardless of who the audience is. That's just something to keep in the back of your mind. I'm not
Yeah,
either or. I'm more of an independent guy, but like those are the type of things that happen. Why do you feel as though you need to dumb down your speech to come and talk to us? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, bro, when you get into like the nuts and bolts of how the system works. And it's scary at the same time because it's eye-opening and we've been able to
hmm,
be in a place of to be naive, but now it's time to not be naive, to be awake to what is actually happening because it's right in front of you. All of the stuff is there right in front of you, but you just got to go get it if you want it, obviously.
right. If you
But you
want
have
it.
the access to finding anything now.
Oh, 100%. Anything you want to know, you can find out.
Yeah.
So I actually did not add the two books. Also, I'm gonna put your books in the comments, but the two books that I was reading, did I
Mhm.
mention that?
No, you didn't mention them.
I finished Zen. I mentioned it last podcast. It's by Chris. Hold on, let me grab it. Zen and the Art of Happiness
Mm.
by Chris Prentice. Prentiss. I'll put that book in there. And then I'm doing an audio book too. I just finished this book and I'm getting a new book that was recommended to me.
Bro,
Um,
that book look like it's 20 pages.
yeah, it's not a lot of pages. That's why it's done. And you don't listen. You talking about I don't listen. You don't listen. It's done. So
You better go get you a sturdy back.
no, I'll tell you the next book I ordered.
What'd you get?
It was recommended to me. Hold on. Let me look in my. I don't know why I can't remember it. It's
Most books
arriving.
she's reading. Oh, go ahead.
It arrives tomorrow. It's 12 Laws of Karma.
Oh, I think Big Sean recommended that book.
Okay, I'm getting that tomorrow. So today, because I needed some 5 pages to read for my challenge. I'm doing 5 pages, front and back with 5 pages. Um, but this was just the book to hold me over till tomorrow. It's by Wayne W. Dyer. It's a bestseller. It's There's a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem. The
Got it.
Power of Love, Harmony, and Service. So that's just my hold me over book. I would probably read this later for sure. But also I've been doing an audiobook. Um oh, a course Return to Love, A Course in Miracles,
Hmm.
Marianne Williamson. So that one's really good. So it's and this is my second time. I read it the hardback, but now I'm doing that through audiobook. So yeah, I will put those in the link as well. Let's see. Let's go to our chat. Monique said, I'm reading Laziness Does Not Exist by Devin Price. Okay. And then she's also reading Black Fortunes by Shamari Wills, a story of the first 6 Blacks who survived slavery and became millionaires. Ooh,
Yeah, that's dope.
that is dope. Man, this was good. So, do you have any last words, takeaway, or call to action, or all of the above?
I would just say call to action, man. Find your routine and stick with it.
That's all
That's
you
all I got.
got? I thought you was
That's it.
gonna say something else.
No, that's
Um,
it.
that's it. Okay. I guess my call to action is keep going. And you're on this imperfect journey, but keep going.
Keep going.
Keep on keeping on.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
my call to action. And read a book.
There you go.
Educate yourself. Read a book.
There you go.
There you go. Well, if you enjoy the show, please share, hit that notification button on YouTube. Come on, we gotta get these numbers up. You can also listen, follow, and rate the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The links are in the About section. I will also put them in the comment section. If you're interested or know anyone who wants to be a guest or have a topic you want to discuss, hit me up.
Get
Let
into
me let me put my stuff up. Hit me up at bougiegirl@gmail.com, BOOSHEGURL@gmail.com. And I think we have a couple more comments because I like this. And I want to encourage when we do this now, when I'm asking about call to action, we put that in the chat for you guys to say a call to action too. So Monique said my call to action is y'all needs a party line for me to call into. So research that. Girl, do we want to open up that can of well and then yeah, sometimes and then Jessica at Heart said, yeah, sometimes I want to run into the room and let them know. Oh, that's a late comment. Or I'm late. You guys, thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. And until next time, peace and blessings.